Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Mr. Show. I'm Quentin. Let's get into it. All right. So, before I get to last night's game, which was wild, I saw first, second, and third all NBA teams were announced. So, I'm going to go over those really quick. Then I will go into last night's game between Dallas and Minnesota. And as you can see, I'm wearing it once again. Maybe that's foreshadowing something. All right. So, 2023-24 All NBA first team. Luka, SGA, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nikola Jokic. I don't think that's bad at all. I like it. I'd say only person I probably would be concerned with would be Giannis. When it comes to Giannis, I don't think there's really anybody else that you can put in that position or in that spot for first team. But why I'd say I would question it is once again for 2 straight years, you were not available for the playoffs. I get injuries happen. You might need to sit out, but you didn't play a single game this year in the playoffs. You got beat first round. Now, I don't know if that has a part to play, but that's just me. Okay? But that's the first team. I like it. All of these guys had phenomenal years. 3 of those guys were MVP candidates. One of them did win, which was Jokic. SGA and Luka were both front runners for MVP. Jason Tatum was talked about it. Sadly, he dropped off a little bit. That's why he wasn't in the conversation later in the year. But that's not bad. Moving on. 2023-24 All NBA second team. Not a bad list, but there's probably one person I don't think I would have on here. He's not reliable. He can't stay healthy. He's done nothing since 2019. Was once again pretty much a no-show in the playoffs. I don't know why he's here. It is what it is. But Jalen Brunson, well-deserved. Anthony Edwards, well-deserved. Kevin Durant, he was doing Kevin Durant things. Maybe he could have done a little bit more in the playoffs. But I don't think there's a person I would put over Kevin Durant. Anthony Davis, give him some love. Give him love. Give him credit. He played phenomenal this year. He was excellent on both sides of the ball. Defense, offense. He was healthy. Finally healthy. Well deserved for Anthony Davis. Now, here's the person I am actually concerned with. Sorry, my allergies are acting up, so if you see me kind of like scratching my nose a little bit. Woo! Kawhi Leonard. Now, say it ain't so. Say what you want. I love Kawhi. He's got accolades. He's been to 2 finals. He's won 2 finals. Well, he's been to 3, I believe. 3 finals, won 2. Ever since joining the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard has done absolutely nothing. He can't be healthy. He can't stay healthy. When you need him in the playoffs, he's not there. But he'll definitely show up to get his money. Why would I put him in a new contract when he's not available? And people want to put him on NBA's second team, or that's what the league wants to do. I'd be generous putting him on third team. I'm sure there's someone more deserving of that spot than Kawhi Leonard. Can I name somebody off the top of my head? Not right now at 8 o'clock in the morning. But I'm sure there's someone that deserves it much more than Kawhi Leonard. Moving on. Interesting list for the third team, but I don't think it's bad at all. 2023-24 All-NBA third team. Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, and Domantas Sabonis. I don't think that's a bad list whatsoever. I like it. I'm sure I'm going to go with Halliburton on this one. And I'm not saying he's not deserving of this. He is. But I'd say he probably would have made it on second team if he would have continued the play he had before the All-Star break. All-Star break, I think he was averaging between 25 and 30 points per game. Assist leader, that still happened post All-Star break. He was doing that. But then, I believe he had some sort of leg injury. I think it was maybe a hamstring or something. And he dropped off. Like, he fell off the face of the earth. But then he started to pick it up. So he was up here. He came down. And then he kind of, like this. He wasn't all the way back, but he came a little close. And now he's balling in the playoffs. He was rusty. He was rough in the first series against Milwaukee. Wasn't his best in New York, in the New York series. But for games 3, 4, and 7, he was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Steph is Steph. I believe they put him on third team. Warriors were not so hot. I think their time is done. But Steph is Steph. Devin Booker, great year. Sucks to be swept first round of the playoffs. But Devin Booker was on business. He was on business. I already talked about Halliburton. LeBron is LeBron. Doing what he's doing at age 39, 40 years old. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. Well deserved for LeBron. And Sabonis. Now, individually, for him, he had a great year. Team-wise, the Sacramento Kings were such a letdown because of what they did last year. I think last year they were a top 3 seed for the West. I don't remember what they were because I believe Denver was 1 last year. I believe Sacramento was 2 or 3. I believe they were a top 3 seed last year in the playoffs. I believe lost. It sucks. Lost first round and 7 games to the Warriors, which I was really pulling for the Kings. I was. De'Aaron Fox, not comeback, most clutch player of the year. He was having a year last year. Not so hot for De'Aaron Fox this year. Right. I'm not sure if Mike Brown got coach of the year. I don't remember if he did or not, but he might have been a candidate for it. And Sabonis was still on business last year. And he's still on business this year. So for him, phenomenal. I love you got a spot. I love it. No problems with third team. I already talked about second. Kawhi is my biggest issue. Then first team, I did say I would question Giannis, but that's mainly because of the playoffs. Was a no-show again. You lost first round again. Like I said, I don't know if that plays a part, but individually, as I did say too, I don't think there's anybody I would put in front of Giannis Antetokounmpo in general, but also for first team as well. So there's that. All right, let's move on. Whew. What a game it was last night. What a game. Where to start? Dallas beats Minnesota 108-105 to lead the series 1-0. I think that's a big statement win for Dallas. Big statement win. You're going to Minnesota, who just knocked off the defending champs in 7. They haven't been to the Western Conference Finals in so dang long. Dallas, I'm not sure if you were in the conference finals in 2018 when you guys were knocked out by Golden State, or 2019. It might have been 2019, I believe, or something like that. I could be wrong, but I know for sure y'all haven't been there since 2011. That's when Dirk got you your ring, got you your championship. Massive win for the Mavericks. In the last episode, I did say one person is going to have to show up and show out, and he did just that. And that was Kyrie Irving. I said that. He delivered. I'll get to everyone else in a minute. But Kyrie and Luka combined for 63 points. Kyrie, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Luka Doncic, 33 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. So just looks like fell short of a double-double. But, whew, oh, man. I get Minnesota is a very good defensive team. And they played solid. But my gosh. Luka and Kyrie had that defense in shambles. Oh man. Now, for Minnesota, the Denver series was one thing. You couldn't really stop Jokic. Everyone else, you did great. Jokic was your only problem. You still couldn't stop him. But Jokic is Jokic. The reason why he's 3-time MVP and an NBA champion. But that's a different conversation. But what I'm saying is, oh my gosh, I watched a lot of that game. I believe I started maybe halfway in the second quarter, watched all the way through. Luka and Kyrie, oh my gosh. Absolute chef's kiss to the both of them. This is not Jamal Murray. This is not Devin Booker. Well, Devin Booker torched y'all still, even though the Suns got swept 4-0. D-Book was torching all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Individually, he torched y'all. Same thing with Jokic. But damn, both of these guys did it. Whew. I'm going to move on to everyone else. PJ Washington. Rough night shooting the ball. But he did contribute defensively and getting to the free throw line. 13 points. Excuse me. Not bad. He did shoot 4 for 10 from the field. 2 for 8 from 3. Like I said, not his best night, but he did contribute in other ways in scoring and defense. Looked very well in those two aspects, but from his shots, very rough. He's going to be just fine. Derek Jones, 8 points. He worked the rim. He worked the post. He was physical. Loved it. You're not going to see a lot of that when you play Denver. You might not see a lot of that when you do play Phoenix. Dallas, on the other hand, can match that. They can match what you do, Minnesota. And they did last night, and they won. Let me keep going. Gafford, 10 points. Also did the same thing. Worked the rim, rebounds, defense. Something you didn't see in the Phoenix series when Minnesota played them. Something you didn't see in the Denver series. Dallas, even though it's only 1-0 right now, it's still a big statement win. And I already talked about Kyrie and Luka. But once again, Kyrie with 30. He was 12 for 23. Did miss some shots. His 3-point was not going in. He only shot 3, though. He went 0 for 3. But I know Kyrie can make those. Same thing with Luka. He did have 33, but 12 of 26 from the field. 3 of 10 from 3. So you got 3 guys who can shoot the 3. But you went 5 of 23, if I am correct, from 3-point range. Five of 23. And Dallas still won. And I'll get to that in a little bit. Dallas's bench, not much. Only one that really did contribute, Derek Lively, 4 for 4 from the field. 11 rebounds. Love it. 9 points. Not bad. Not bad. I love it. Continue to play like that. Dallas is going to give Minnesota some serious problems. You're going to have a decent situation made bad and a bad situation made worse. Let me go to Minnesota real quick. Jaden McDaniels. I don't know. Ever since that quote, Ant-Man said, I believe, what was it? They got Kevin Durant. We got Jaden McDaniels. Since then, Jaden McDaniels has been on fire. Dropped 24 points. 6 of 9 from 3. And only 9 from 15 on field goals overall. Not bad. And he was your leading scorer. Gobert with 12, 4 for 8, 0-0 from 3. Did what he needed to do. Yeah. But let me tell you, he was getting torched bad in the paint. It was bad. There were some plays he made, but my Lord, he was getting drawn out of the post. He was getting put up top. I mean, I think there was one play. It was Kyrie. He was just driving. Kyrie was looking like Kyrie. He was doing his thing. And he went one-on-one with the defensive player of the year and made him look absolutely goofy. And yes, Kyrie made the shot. I think it was just a layup. But man, Kyrie with those handles, I'm going to say this real quick. I know it's a little off topic, but it does deal with Kyrie. Still has the best handles in the league. You're not going to prove me wrong. Still saying it then. Still saying it now. Kyrie's got the best handles. Moving on. Cat, 16 points. Cold night for Cat. 6 of 20. 2 of 9 from 3. As Dallas, that's fine by me. Cold night from Cat. Cat's got to be better. Mike Conley, I don't expect a lot from him scoring-wise, but his defense and his commanding role, leading players where they need to be, putting them where they need to be. He did his job. Only 6 points. Was a cold night for him, though. 1 for 6 from 3, 2 for 7 from field goals. Still a cold night, but once again, I don't expect him to do a lot offensively because he contributes in other ways. Now, Anthony Edwards, 19 points, 11 rebounds. Love to see that. 5 from 12 on 3. 6 of 16 from the field overall. I know Ant has to play better, but there are times he started to show up. I'm like, uh-oh, don't let Ant-Man get going because he's going to give you a problem. He was like this. And then it kind of became, But Ant contributed in a way that you didn't need him to do all the work, but you might need him to show up when you need it most. And Dallas stopped it. Bench, Kyle Anderson, 11 points. Naz Reid, 15. Both of them came to play. Love to see it. So, once again, big win for Dallas. Game 2 is Friday. So, tomorrow, we'll see if Dallas goes up 2-0 or will Minnesota tie the series. And remember, if Dallas goes up 2-0, you're going back to Dallas for games 3 and 4. And say Minnesota ties the series tomorrow 1-1, you still got to go back to Dallas for 3 and 4. So if I'm Dallas, I would prefer to go up 2-0 on Minnesota, but I am also okay with going 1-1 because we can go back home and win our 2 games. Go up 3-1. You're going back to Minnesota for game 5, I believe it would. You could finish the series there or go 3-2. Then you go back to Dallas for game 6 if that happens. Same thing with game 5 if that happens. And you could close out the series 4-2. That's just how I see it. Right. I did say Dallas in 6. I just gave away for Dallas to win in 6. But there's that. Love the Mavericks win last night. I still am bitter about Minnesota beating Denver. I'm still a little bitter. So, but I do want both teams to win. I want Ant-Man to get his ring. I want Luka and Kyrie to get a ring. Well, I know Kyrie does have a ring, 2016 in Cleveland. But I want him to get another. I want Luka to get his. And moving to the East, where I'm going to bring this up. Tonight, Indiana and Boston. I do want one of them to get the ring too. We see so many different It's going to be an interesting finals with whoever comes out in the East, which I still believe it's Boston. And in the West, whoever it's going to be, I chose Dallas. But either way, someone's coming out on top in the West. Tonight, Indiana and Boston. I did say that already, but I'm going to say it again. They played tonight, game 2. It was a wild game 1. Past episode, Boston won in overtime, 133 to 128. Indiana put Boston on life support. Now we're going to see what happens in game 2. Is it going to be close the way it was? Could Indiana somehow stun Boston in a game 2 in which in the previous 2 series with Boston, they've gotten smacked at home? Remember, Miami smacked them at home game 2 in the first round of the playoffs. And in the second round, Cleveland smacked them at home too in the second round. So is this going to be a trend? Is Indiana going to smack Boston at home? Are they going to somehow slightly win? Is Boston going to slightly win to take a 2-0 lead? Or are they just going to completely demolish Indiana to take a 2-0 series lead? We'll see. Game's at 7. It's going to be a wild game. Looks like Boston is favored by 8.5. Let's see how that goes. Other than that, that's all the news I got for you. I will talk about Indiana and Boston tomorrow, as well as looking ahead for, game 2 of Dallas and Minnesota, which I believe is Friday. So I'll talk about those, recap tonight's game, and then look forward to their game and any other NBA news, college news, and I will start getting into baseball soon, and then NFL, I'll get into that soon as well. Until then, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share. Also, please hit that notification bell so you stay tuned on furthermore episodes. And stay tuned till the next episode.